Let's just start right from the top with Jackson Smith and Jigba, and we have a debacle. There is a debacle surrounding Jackson Smith and Jigba. There's no doubt about it. He's the most bet player in this Super Bowl. Most bet touchdown, most bet prop player. And pass catchers versus the Patriots, contrary to popular belief, have had very, very good days. Zay Flowers had 85 yards. Emeka Buka had 115 yards. Drake London had 118 yards. Dalton Kincaid had 108 yards. Tyreek Hill had 109 yards. Brock Bowers had 103 yards. Tech McMillan had 62 yards. So out of the receivers the Patriots have played that are pretty good at football, they haven't contained any of them. Jackson Smith and Jigba is the best wide receiver in the NFL this year, at least from a yardage standpoint. He's the receiving yardage king. JSN has also gone off against some pretty good defenses. He had 125 against Houston. He had 100 against the Jaguars as well. So the guy is good defense proof. The Patriots haven't slowed down elite receivers. It's just that Jackson Smith and Jigba, according to Yahoo Sports, is very popular for Super Bowl MVP bets. He leads the anytime touchdown market per FanDuel, BetMGM, and the score bet. And he leads the first touchdown scorer market. His line is around 90 yards receiving. I can't do it. I don't have the balls to do it, man. Saquon was especially JSN touchdown. I am steering fucking clear. I couldn't find a JSN not to score a touchdown market. That would be something I'm adding to the slip right now as we do this. I'm adding it to the slip. At the end, we'll have my slip, and the next episode we record after the Super Bowl, we'll see how I did. I'm adding JSN not to score a touchdown to my slip. I don't even know where I can find odds for that. I couldn't find them on DraftKings. But there is a debacle going on with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And usually when I'm in a situation like this where everybody's betting him, my mind keeps going back and forth. My gut says not to do it, but my brain says the Patriots defense, especially in the secondary, is way overrated. They haven't contained wide receivers. JSN's the best receiver in the league from a yardage standpoint. You got to take his yards. I can't do it. I can't do it. Call me a P word all you want. Call me a loser. Call me a coward. I'm not betting JSN, even though he's the best player in this game. Even though the Patriots haven't been able to slow down elite receivers all year. I just can't fucking do it because everybody and their mom is going to have JSN player props, JSN receiving yard, JSN touchdown, JSN Super Bowl MVP, JSN this, JSN that. And the last thing I want is to just unload the JSN props and get fucked with everybody else. But I do want to revel in the fact that everybody's going to be like, damn it, JSN didn't do this. I'll be like, listen, I saw right through it. Could JSN go off? Abso-fucking-lutely he could. But I'm not betting it. I don't care. I'm not betting it. Everybody and their mother is on JSN. Saquon was the most bet anytime touchdown scorer last year. He didn't score. Kelsey, at the peak of the Taylor Swift-Kelsey powers against the 49ers, was one of the most bet. I think Kelsey was the most bet straight, but CMC was the most bet touchdown scorer in parlays. Kelsey didn't score. So those are just out of recent memory. And I have a hard time thinking that Vegas is going to let JSN in the end zone. Not that Vegas controls everything, but like they kind of fucking do. And he's the most bet touchdown, most bet first touchdown. It would be a huge win for the public if JSN finds himself in the end zone. I just can't I don't have the balls to do it. Sue me. That being said, these next two plays are also the two most bet player props per Yahoo Sports. And you can imagine where I'm reading this article about JSN. I stopped reading the article, came back, typed in research, blah, 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 blah. I had these two picks that I'm about to share with you guys locked and loaded. I go back to the Yahoo Sports, the next paragraph, it's that these two picks are the most bet player props on the market. I shit my pants. You should have seen my face. My heart sunk. And those two plays would be Kenneth Walker under 72.5 rushing yards, Kenneth Walker over 22.5 receiving yards. Those are the two most bet player props. What the fuck? Doesn't feel good, but I'm sticking with my guns because these were two plays that I was very confident about going into this. And my mindset is now, I'm just in before the public is. This is all the sharp money's going at. And I'm sticking with K9 under 72.5 rushing yards, man. He hasn't eclipsed this, or he didn't eclipse this against the Rams defense and the Patriots defense with K9 under 72.5 rushing yards. Is it one of the most bet player props in the Super Bowl? Yes. Do I care? No, because the Patriots run defense is that good. With Milton Williams starting games for the New England Patriots, they allow 75 rushing yards per game. The Jacksonville Jaguars were the number one run defense in yards per game in the NFL this season. They allowed 86. So with Milton Williams starting, the Patriots have the best run defense in the NFL in terms of rushing yards per game by 10 yards. That is ridiculous. And the weakness of the Seattle offensive line is right guard Andrew Bradford. That guy stinks. I don't think K9's going to be able to get going. I'm taking him under 72.5 rushing yards. I do think he will be a real threat in the passing game. K9's been playing some of the best football of his career. There was one play he made against the Rams in the hole against, I think it was Nate Landman, where he just juked him out of his shoes. I don't think it was Landman. I don't know who it was. Juked him out of his shoes. K9, when he gets the ball in open space, is really dangerous. But this Patriots run defense is too good. I think Kubiak's going to get Kenneth Walker the ball in some open space in some different ways. We're talking Kenneth Walker over 22.5 receiving yards. The Patriots run defense is too good for the Seahawks to just line up and run the ball with K9. They have to do it because you have to establish the run game. You have to keep a defense honest. But the real chunk plays, the real plays where Kenneth Walker is going to make an impact in this game is going to be through the passing game, the screen game, the quick passing game. Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. Get this guy the ball in open space. He's going to make people miss. Kubiak knows that. Kenneth Walker's been playing some of the best football of his career over the past 2 games. They need to get him involved. Even if the run game isn't getting established, they're going to get him the ball in the check down game, screen game, out of the backfield. Kenneth Walker, he's averaging I think he's averaging two targets per game in the regular season. He's averaging 3.5 targets per game in the playoffs. I know that's marginal, but still, Kenneth Walker over 22.5 receiving yards. And this Patriots pass rush is really good. Seattle and Sam, they're going to have to get the ball out fast. Who better than Kenneth Walker? The Patriots also have been blitzing a lot in the playoffs. You blitz, you check it down to the running back. Fire zone, boom. Kenneth Walker, 22.5 receiving yards. He's averaging 5 yards per carry, 89 yards on the ground in the playoffs, so that does concern me a little bit with his under here. I'm not that worried about it. He is averaging 39 receiving yards per game in the 2 games he's played in the playoffs, 3.5 targets to 2 in the regular season. Take K9's receiving yards. Now let me take a sip of water here before we get into this next play. I'm out of water, so there was nothing in there either way. Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown is the most bet leg among player parlay bets according to Yahoo Sports. Why do fantasy managers hate Zach Charbonnet so much? Because he is the K9 goal line vulture. He is the touchdown vulture. Zach Charbonnet's out in this game. His backup is a Boise State Bronco that goes by the name of George Halani, and his anytime touchdown is sitting at plus 500. His first touchdown, George Halani first touchdown is sitting at plus 2,200. A mere 5%, $5 investment, on George Halani. First touchdown will pay upward of $100. Zach Charbonnet's replacement. Kenneth Walker, the most bet anytime touchdown, or the most bet leg in any parlay that's been made as of this moment. In first Super Bowl 60 is Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown. You think Vegas lets that slide? George Halani gets in. George Halani first touchdown at plus 2,200. Let's start off Super Bowl 60 with a bang, and that's cashing a 22-1 first touchdown with Mr. George Halani. I love this play. I'm adding it to the main slip. Yes, I'm adding a plus 500 and a plus 2,200 to my main slip. Give me the Boise State Bronco. All 5'11", all 210 of them is finding his way into the end zone. Give me George Halani all day here. I'm serious. Kenneth Walker has been getting hammered. He's not getting drunk, but people have been hammering Kenneth Walker. Second most bet anytime touchdown scorer. Like I said, Walker to find the end zone at least once is the most bet leg among parlay bettors. You can't take that. That's just taking that is saying a real fuck you to Vegas. And I've been there before. I've flipped the bird to Vegas a few times saying, I don't care. I'm confident in this play. I don't care if everybody and their grandma and their mom and their auntie is riding with it. I don't care. And you know what Vegas does when you tend to do that? They take you for everything you're fucking worth. We're not falling for that trap. We're steering clear of Kenny touchdown. We're steering clear of JSN touchdown. We're riding with the Boise State Bronco. That would be George Halani. Sound the sirens. best bet of Super Bowl 60 is Hunter Henry over 39.5 receiving yards. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't say this. I don't take these best bets lightly. This is a max mega whale universe play, ladies and gentlemen. Seattle's defense versus tight ends. 6 different instances this year. The tight end was the leading receiver on the offense that played Seattle's defense. Dalton Schultz, 9 catches, 98 yards. That led the team. Trey McBride, 9 catches, 127 yards. That led the team. Kyle Pitts, 6 catches, 90 yards. That led the team. Cade Otton, 4 catches, 81 yards. Didn't lead the team. Trey McBride, the second time they played, 51 yards. TJ Hawkinson, 59 yards. That led the team. Gunnar Helm, shout out Gunnar Helm and the Tennessee Titans, 51 yards. That led the team. Zach Ertz, 46 yards. That led the team. The Seahawks defense has been susceptible to big days from the opposition's tight end. Hunter Henry, over the last 2 seasons, is 6th in the NFL in receiving yards. The only players with more receiving yards than Hunter Henry, only tight ends with more receiving yards than Hunter Henry, Trey McBride, George Kittle, Kyle Pitts, Brock Bowers, Travis Kelce. He was their leading receiver last year, second leading receiver this year. They're going to have to get the ball out fast. That Seahawks pass rush is coming against that garbage Patriots offensive line. It's got to be Hunter Henry, 40 receiving yards. Lock that in. That could hit by halftime. He's getting the ball. Hunter Henry. Also mix in Hunter Henry or Austin Hooper to score a touchdown in the first quarter at plus 850. Hunter Henry to have 3 catches in each half at 10-1 as well. It's a tight end heavy program for the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 60. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Double unit, max whale play. Hunter Henry, 39.5 receiving yards, ladies and gentlemen. There's another player on Seattle. I said I'm not touching JSN. I didn't say I was fading JSN too. I want that on the record. I'm just not touching it. Not touching him. Vegas is gonna. All right, let me show. But there is a receiver on Seattle that I can't stop looking at. I wake up in the morning, I think of Rashid Shaheed. I go to bed at night, I think of Rashid Shaheed. I'm in the shower, I'm thinking of Rashid Shaheed. Rashid Shaheed over 23.5 receiving yards. Pause on that shower comment, but that's just when my brain is flowing. No phone, no dopamine receptors, just me, the water, my thoughts, and it just tells me Rashid Shaheed. Rashid Shaheed over 23.5 receiving yards. You're telling me a guy that's averaging 15 yards per catch over his career, one of the best big play threats in the league, who's the longest play of Rashid Shaheed's career per season average. The average longest play is 70 yards. This guy's a home run hitter, ladies and gentlemen. First pass attempt of the NFC Championship game went for 51 yards to Rashid down the sideline. He didn't have another catch. You mean to tell me that Kubiak doesn't have one play drawn up for Shaheed, one of the best deep threats, one of the best speed guys in the league? You think there's not a single play drawn up for Shaheed to get behind the defense in this game plan? I think you're crazy. We're going to have one shot at this because he's averaging less than one catch in his last 4 games, but he's averaging 20 yards per catch in that span. We need one play, one shot, one time, deep to Rashid Shaheed, over 23.5 receiving yards. Lock that in. Nobody on this Patriots defense has the speed to keep up with this guy. There's got to be a play or two in this game plan to get Rashid Shaheed open down the field, and he will capitalize. He is a home run hitter. Rashid Shaheed, over 23.5 receiving yards. Lock that in, ladies and gentlemen. God, Rashid Shaheed gets me fired up, man. All right, Patriots offense, team total. The Patriots team total under 20.5 points is the freest bet of the weekend. I'm sorry. Well, not the freest, but Patriots team total under 20.5. You got to take that all day long. Their offense has not scored more than what their team total was in a single game in the postseason. The Pats have gone over their team total once because CJ Stroud just gifted them 6 points on that pick 6. So their offense is averaging 15 points per game in the playoffs. They're playing one of the best defenses in the NFL. The team total is at 20.5 points. That's going under. That is going under. I promise you. Okay, the Pats aren't scoring 21 on a defense that is number 1 in adjusted yards per pass attempt, number 2 in net yards per pass attempt, top 5 in interceptions, top 10 in sacks, number 1 in yards allowed per carry, top 10 in pass rush win rate, top 10 in pressures. This offensive line stinks. The only teams that have had success against this Seahawks defense is teams that have elite playmakers on the outside. We're talking the Rams, we're talking the Bucs. Those are the only 2 teams. The Patriots don't have elite playmakers on the outside. They will be contained. The pass rush will get after Drake May, who is completing less than 60% of his passes in the playoffs, has more turnovers than touchdowns in the playoffs. The only way the Patriots score more than 20 points in this game is if they get a pick six or a kick return or punt return touchdown. But Seattle has one of the best special teams units in the league. Top 6 in yards per punt, top 3 in kick return yards, and top 3 in punt return yards. Haven't had a blocked punt all year. Haven't allowed a punt return touchdown all year. That's how good this Seattle defense is. That's how good the Seattle team is. The Patriots aren't sniffing 21 points in this game. No. You take them under 20 and a half. Their team total, when I looked at it a week ago, was 22. It's dropped down to 19 and a half. I'm buying a point at 20 and a half. That's where the sharps are. That's where it is. It's got to be this, man. It's the Patriots under. Let's get into some long shots, and then we'll get into my overall picks, my money line and my total picks. The ones for all the marbles, the real reason people tuned in today. The long shots. Milton Williams to win Super Bowl MVP is 200 to 1. $1 on Milton Williams to win Super Bowl MVP would pay out $200. The Patriots' best player to win Super Bowl MVP is 200 to 1. It would be foolish not to consider this, especially when you consider that Milton Williams will be matched up against the worst player on Seattle's team, and that is their right guard, Andrew Bradford. I have not seen something that is not, it's not free by any stretch of the imagination, but I have not seen a bet in my entire 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 6 years of gambling. I've been gambling since I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I've never seen something that has a higher likelihood of hitting in comparison to where the market is valuing it. There's a loop in the system. Vegas fucked up here, okay? Milton Williams MVP. Milton Williams Super Bowl MVP. $1 wins 200. He's the best player on the Patriots. You can bet the best player on the Patriots to win Super Bowl MVP $1 and you'll win 200. $5 wins 2,000 on the best player on the Patriots to be the MVP of the Super Bowl. Not only that, not only is Milton Williams the best player on the Patriots, but he's going to be matched up often with the worst starter on Seattle. That's their right guard, Andrew Bradford. Milton Williams has 6 pressures this postseason and under 2.5 seconds. The only player in the next-gen stats era to have more pressures in under 2.5 seconds in the postseason is Aaron Donald. Milton Williams, against the best offensive line in football last week, had 8 pressures and 28% pass rush win rate. Not last week, but in the AFC Championship. If the Pats win this game, it's going to be interior pressure, Milton Williams, Sam Darnold's lap, strip sacks, swooping scores, sacks, run stops. They average 75. The offenses average 75 yards per game on the ground when Milton Williams plays. He's their best player. To get him to Super Bowl MVP for the Patriots' best player, $1 wins 200. You got to take it. You'd be crazy not to. Give me Milton Williams. Has a defensive tackle ever won Super Bowl MVP? So you might ask, well, I say, fuck you. There's a first time for everything. This isn't really a long shot, but it is a long shot, but it depends where you are on this. Whatever you think the final score is going to be, fucking bet it. Just bet it. I think the final score is going to be 24 to 10. That's 110 to 1 odds. $1 wins 110. Why not fucking bet it, bro? The odds you will get on a final score prediction for the Super Bowl is definitely worth a minuscule unit sprinkle, considering the payout, and it's the fucking Super Bowl. Don't be a spineless coward. Let's bet on shit. Last football game of the year, we're betting on shit. That being said, offensive lineman to score a touchdown plus 2,200. Go back to Vrabel's days with the Titans. I can remember a few instances. Derrick Henry lining up in the shotgun, pretending like he's going to run right up the gut on the goal line. Jump pass, touchdown, offensive lineman. You don't think that's going to be in the game plan? You don't think Vrabel's going to try to get one out to the veteran Morgan Moses, or maybe, God forbid, Mr. Amazon worker Will Campbell? You don't think he's going to try and get him in the end zone a few times? You're crazy. Plus 2,200, I could see it. I would bet Will Campbell touchdown if I could, if there was a market for it. Unfortunately, I haven't seen it yet. Offensive lineman to score a touchdown plus 2,200. It's in Vrabel's bag. We've seen it before. We haven't seen it this season. We will see it. We will see it in Super Bowl. And what a hit that would be. You're at the Super Bowl party. You see Ramondre Stevenson lining up in the Wildcat. You're thinking in the back of your head, holy shit, this could be it. You see him take the snap. You see him lower his head, lower his shoulder. You're thinking, oh, damn, he's just going to run it up the middle. Psych! Jump pass. Morgan Moses. Touchdown. Your bet cashes. It's gotta be. Offensive lineman to score a touchdown plus 2,200. And disclaimer, 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a gambling problem. Don't fucking throw 10, like, minimal unit plays. Like, these are like 0.15 unit plays, okay? These long shots. That being said, I might be throwing a full unit on this. It just seems like poetic justice that Seattle would throw a touchdown pass from the Patriots 1 yard line. You're getting it at 11-1 odds. A $5 sprinkle wins 60 here, folks. Poetic justice. Malcolm Butler, INT. Ridicule Seahawks fans no more. Hard play action. Kenneth Walker rolling out to his right. Sam Darnold wide open in the back of the end zone. Jake Bobo. Seahawks to throw a touchdown pass from the 1 yard line. Lock that in. And like I mentioned earlier, we're all over the tight ends in this game. Hunter Henry or Austin Hooper to score a touchdown in the first quarter at plus 850. We're there. I'm on that. We're there. Hunter Henry to have 3 catches in each half at 10-1 odds. We're there. Gatorade color and national anthem to be determined. Friday's episode. Couldn't find lines for it yet. Haven't done my research. Those are markets that can be manipulated. Especially, I've hit it. When the Chiefs have won Super Bowls, I have hit it because they had the same color back-to-back years. Granted, the Chiefs aren't in the Super Bowl. Neither of these teams have been in the Super Bowl. But we can probably do some research. If you have insider knowledge on the Gatorade color, you can hit that bet. Also, national anthem. I've done it 3 straight times. 3 straight years. I've gotten the national anthem correct 3 straight times. It can be done. I don't know who's singing it, but you can find a YouTube video on who's singing it. I used to have a friend, shout out Jake Letta. I don't know if he listens, but his friend used to know, and he would text me. I don't think he has that friend anymore either way. Maybe it was Jake Letta. It might have been someone else. Either way. He knew a guy that was there for Super Bowl rehearsals and would get the time of the national anthem. Those can be determined. Don't be an idiot, okay? Don't bet the coin toss. Don't bet who's going to win the coin toss. Those are stupid sucker bets. But offensive lineman to score a touchdown, that's not a sucker bet. You're getting a bet that's even money. Literally could not be any more even money. Heads or tails. And Vegas is still fucking you on the minus 103. It's the stupidest bet you'll ever see in your life. Heads or tails. What are you fucking doing? Just go play, go spin the roulette wheel a couple times, dickhead. Don't do that. Who's going to win the coin toss? Stupid sucker bets. Everything else I said, not a sucker bet. Now, what will I be taking? I fucking love the under. I can't stop thinking about the under. I'm eating dinner with my family. I'm thinking about how low scoring this football game is going to be. I'm at the gym in between sets. I'm thinking about how low scoring this football game is going to be. The Patriots offense is a complete and utter disaster. It's a joke in the playoffs, 15 points per game. The only reason they scored 21 offensively against the Texans is because C.J. Stroud gave them 5 extra possessions, right? They've been awful. The offense is non-existent. The Seattle defense, number 1 in yards and adjusted yards allowed per pass attempt. Number 2 in net yards allowed per pass attempt. Number 1 in yards allowed per carry. This defense is elite. Top 6 in pressures, top 6 in sacks. It's elite. However, so is this Patriots defense. And this Patriots defense is very, very good against the run. They haven't lost a game with Christian Gonzalez and Milton Williams all year. This defense is the real deal. And the worst player on Seattle's offense is going to be matched up with the best player on New England's defense a good amount, and that's Milton Williams and Andrew Bradford. That is a matchup to monitor. 45.5 is too many points. I'd be shocked if both teams eclipse 20. One of them can. Both of them, I'd be stunned. The under 45.5 is very, very much in play here. And then, I mean, you guys all know who I'm taking in this game. Make no mistake about it. It's Seattle minus 4.5. I will probably be laddering their spread. I've never laddered a spread in my entire fucking life. I've taken alternate spreads. I've never laddered one. I think I might ladder it up to 19.5 points. I'm not going to put that in the slip. I'm still mulling that over. We'll see if Stafford wins MVP. We'll see how I do in with college basketball gambling over the rest of the week. But if I have a big enough bankroll to work with here, I will be laddering Seattle up to 19.5 points. The only way Seattle loses this game is if Sam Darnold pisses down his leg like he did the first time he played the Rams this year. but they still only lost that game by 3 points, 2 points. This Patriots offense is nowhere near, not even the same universe or stratosphere as this Rams offense is. So Sam Darnold can turn the ball over 4 times, and I still think they could win the game. But that's the only way they lose this game is if he really pisses down his leg, pick 6. Seattle's really good on special teams, so I don't think Marcus Jones will have a punt return touchdown, but it is worth noting that the 2 teams in the Super Bowl both lead the NFL in combined punt return and kick return touchdown. So that is something to monitor if you want to go special teams touchdown or defense and special team touchdown. Both ways, I think there's a good shot that you'll make your money back at least, or you'll definitely profit. I think either way, Seattle's better at every single fucking position on the field. Every single one. Every single position. It's ridiculous. I don't know how the Patriots stumbled and bumbled and fucking scratched and clawed and played backups and got to this position, but here we are. I'll be betting Seattle minus 4.5, but as a DEFCON 1 type of bet, I will also have a tiny sprinkle on the side of Drake May MVP, Super Bowl MVP. That will be in my DraftKings bet slip. I promise. I'm not happy about it. It's saying that right now, saying that out loud, literally just felt like I didn't get broken up with. I didn't get broken up with in college, but we were like talking again, and then she went to some date party with this dude, and then I figured it out. That's the type of feeling I just got in my stomach once I found this information out. She didn't text me all night. I was like, oh, fuck. Well, I'm fucked. That's the type of feeling. The feeling I just got saying that Drake May, Super Bowl MVP out loud, same exact feeling as me realizing that this girl that I was talking to had a history with didn't text me all night and went to a date party with another guy. That's the same feeling that I just got saying that out loud. And listen, somebody left a comment, man. They left a comment the other day like, you're scared. You're so scared. I could hear it in your voice. Obviously, I had to be like, I'm not scared at all. I'm fucking terrified. I'm really scared. I am so scared. I can't do this again. I can't do this again. I can't do this again. If they lose, the likelihood of them getting back is slim to none. But if they win, I'm in real fucking trouble. But I genuinely do believe Seattle is so much better at football than this Patriots team. They're more battle-tested. They're more talented. Better offensive line. Better defensive line. Better weapons. The quarterback's debatable. Sam Darnold's been better in the playoffs. Better defense. Better secondary. They're so much better at football. But betting against the Patriots has lost me a lot of money. Not just this year. In my entire existence as a sports gambler. And the Patriots have caused me a lot of pain. And that PTSD is starting to come. It's back. It's not coming. It's back. It's not even PTSD anymore. It's just traumatic stress. Kind of. No disrespect to the veterans that actually like fight and die in wars. No disrespect to them. Calling this PTSD is probably not a good idea. It's not PTSD. But it's like they say. I'm all over the place mentally with the Super Bowl is. Somebody said to me a few weeks ago, they said, I think you got Patriots derangement syndrome. I think they're true. But just to recap here are all the bets that I'm taking. The under 45.5, Seattle minus 4.5, Rashid Shaheed over 23.5, Patriots offense over 20.5, Hunter Henry over 39.5, receiving yards, George Halani, anytime touchdown, K9 under 72.5 rushing yards. Those will be measured as like, if they win, it's a 1-0. If they lose, it's an 0-1. The long shots, the chances that I combine all of these up to one unit is very high. Here's what I'll do. If one of the long shots hits, we'll call it 1-0. If none of them hit, we'll call it 0-2. I feel like that's fair. And those long shots are George Halani first touchdown, Milton Williams MVP, offensive lineman to score a touchdown, Seattle to throw a touchdown pass from the 1, Hunter Henry or Austin Hooper to score a touchdown in the first quarter, Hunter Henry to have 3 catches in each half, 10-1. I will be adding a national anthem long shot. I don't even know if it'll be a long shot. I'll be adding that to my slip come Friday once I have done more research, once we have some more information on the national anthem. That is the ultimate sports gambling guide to Super Bowl 60. If you're watching on YouTube, you made it this far, you gotta hit that fucking like button. You gotta do it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that. I love all of you guys. Fire Sports Takes on TikTok and Instagram. I go live there pretty much daily on TikTok. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys later.